Hello everyone, Charles Folkart, December the 5th, 2017. Welcome all the new subscribers, and there's quite a few. I thank you very much for your time here. I hope I can provide you with quality material as I continue my research on a lot of different in a lot of different areas that I've interested in, and right now my attention is on the Antarctica. Yesterday I uploaded this video here and this interview with Clif. Again, I strongly recommend that you watch this video because there's something going on in the Antarctica, and it has to do with the Earth and the shape of it, and probably a lot of other things that we weren't told about. Okay, but it's coming out, and I want to show you what's some of the things I've been able to find out. But before I do that, I uploaded this video here this morning. It took me a couple hours, and some of you got to watch it. One or two of you, maybe three, got to watch it, but I turned it on to private because I want to check it out a little more. I don't want to jump the gun. You know, a lot of these guys want to be the first one out there. They want to be the one to bring you the scoop, and I don't want to be. I don't want to fall into that trap, and so I'm looking into this a little bit more. And if I'm right, and if I can get some confirmation on this, I will open it up again, so check back. But let's go have a look at a few things I found. So my background in economics, I usually come here sometimes to Zero Hedge, and it's kind of unusual, but they've been doing more of this lately. Zero Hedge has this article on Wikileaks hints at huge upcoming revelation in 2017 that will blow you away. And that's why you need to watch that other video I uploaded on the interview with Clif, and then go back and refresh your memory and watch the video recording in 1947 of Admiral Byrd and his explorations in the Antarctica. But I found this other information here. Wikileaks, Julian Assange is going to reveal some more stuff, some more leaks, I guess, some more information in 2017 that are going to be pretty impressive, and that's what Clif confirms. So we got two witnesses on this information so far. But before we get into the WikiLeaks stuff, let's go and look at this for a little foundation, a little background. Again, that's important. You need to have background. A lot of people don't, they jump right in the middle of something and they don't have a background, so they don't really get an understanding of what's really going on. I'm at National Geographic, and as you know, that's a, quote, credible source. So we got the world's largest marine reserve created off Antarctica. We got almost 600,000 square mile protected area, is more than twice the size of Texas, and will protect everything from penguins and to whales. Now that is just a smokescreen, in my opinion. That's just their excuse to keep any ships that might want to decide, any private enterprise that might want to decide to get into the Ross Sea area off the coast of what they're saying is Antarctica. This was published on October 27, 2016, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And you can come back here and read this. But I want to show you where this Ross Sea area is that they've, quote, protected behind this smoke screen. And they got 25 countries, including the United States, all agreeing to this, okay? This is the same people that are probably same nations that are in the Antarctica Treaty. So we got for the next 35 years, no private ships without permission can go into this area. Let's go look and find out where it is. Now here's what they're telling us is Antarctica, and I don't believe them for a minute, but this is all we got to work with, alrighty? I don't believe it's the way it is here, but you know, hey, let's just assume that this map is correct, and I don't for a moment. But this is the Ross Sea area right here, right there. And that's the area, 600,000 square miles that nobody on a private ship without permission is going to be able to go anywhere near this. This is the Ross Ice Shelf right here, and that's important too. And look at this little island right down here. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Macquarie Island. Macquarie Island. Now, I'm going to do a little sidetrack here, but this is important. This is what I found out while I was looking into the Operation Paperclip, and let's go have a look at that. This is Wikipedia. I like to call it Jupedia, so we know it's a credible source. But I just want to bring up a couple things here. The high jump, Operation High Jump's objectives, according to the U.S. Navy report of the operation were, and I'm not going to read all this, but I just want to bring your attention right down here. Electromagnetic, amplifying existing stores of knowledge of electromagnetic and meteorological propagation conditions in the area. And this is also interesting, I found out. Supplementary objectives of the Nanook expedition were also conducted off of eastern Greenland, and that's another, oh, you can't. Now, eastern Greenland, I can't figure out why there's a connection here yet, but there must be a connection. They wanted to find out. Now remember, the North Pole is sitting on a big sea of ice, so it's not a landmass. But anyway, that's a little bit off topic. But see this electromagnetic, and then there's one more thing I wanted to show you. They say the western group of ships reached the Marquesas Island on December the 12th. And I couldn't figure that out because the Marquesas Island is just southeast of the Hawaiian Islands, and that didn't make any sense to me. But I think whoever put this in here made a mistake. And here's the island I think they meant. The Macquarie Island. And it lies in the southwest Pacific Ocean about halfway between New Zealand and Antarctica. I think that's the island they meant, not the other island. Now, these are the images that Wikileaks leaked or produced or provided last year on the Antarctica. And I got to ask myself, now why in the world would Wikileaks release these pictures of the Antarctica? Okay, I'm recording this as an edit, and I got to thinking about this, and this might sound different because I'm on a different microphone. You know, I don't think Assange released all the images, and why would he have images on Antarctica? So there's something big going on here, folks, and we need to pay attention. I think it's going to be huge. Now let's come back here to this article on mysteriousuniverse.org, and this is one of the leaks. This is one of the images that Julian Assange leaked, and I don't know if they're thinking that's a UFO. UFOs are not UFOs. The United States government knows exactly what those are. The U.S. Air Force, it goes out after them. But it mentions John Kerry's trip He's the highest ranking U.S. government official to ever set foot on Antarctica, and he left on the same day as the election in the United States here. So what was so important down there that he had to leave? And he landed, they say he landed in a place they're calling Antarctica on November the 11th. This guy's saying he's taking a walk, and where's he going to? And I remember reading a book about this guy Shackleton and his crew, and how their feet were in the bottom of the boat, and they were all frozen, and people lost their legs. And when they were looking into the Antarctica, this is that agreement I showed you earlier. Here's the 23 or 4 other photographs. This is one of the UFOs he's claiming in the WikiLeaks photos. And this is another one. And this guy says, there you have it. Kerry visits top secret locations in Antarctica after a new and not yet universally trusted or UFO savvy U.S. president is elected to assess the war against UFOs and secretly share the information with the nations in Morocco. Kerry left to go to Morocco and some climate, global warming agenda there, which we all know is a bunch of male cow dung. Now you got to keep in mind as you watch these are the faux images from the WikiLeaks that I put on my hard drive so I'd have a copy of them. And I'm just going to click through this real quick so you can get an idea of what the WikiLeaks images were so far. Now you got to ask yourself, or at least I asked myself, why would Julian Assange be concerned about what's going on in the Antarctica? And remember, this could be anywhere. Just because they show you a picture on of a map and they say that's Antarctica, that doesn't mean that that's the Antarctica. That just means that that's what they want you to think the Antarctica is. I've long said all you got to do is show an American an image and then tell them what you want them to think it means, and they'll believe it. So here we got images provided by Assange in the WikiLeaks about Antarctica. You think maybe there's been anybody walking in some of these places? And these are just the ones that we're able to see. All right? There's probably a lot of photographs that we're not allowed to see. And boy, would I like to go there and see that. Wouldn't you? I'd love to take a trip to the what is really the Antarctica. This is that photo, and right up here is they're saying there's something weird going on, and who knows? I don't know. But it looks like a very... Admiral Baird said at the time in 1947 interview that no woman as of that date had stepped foot on the Antarctica, and it was the most peaceful place on Earth. And the other 2 men in the interview, they got that joke. And that's the kind of jokes you could tell back in 1947, and the feminazis didn't come unglued on you. Beautiful place. That's God's creation. You know, I don't know how people can look at God's creation and not realize, according to Romans chapter 1, that He is the creator of the heavens and the earth. You know, while we're looking at this, Admiral Baird in his interview said that the Antarctica was quite a bit colder than the North Pole. and they only went down there in the months when the sun was much closer to the Antarctica. In other words, when the northern hemisphere, and you see, I don't believe in the globe, so I see the sun as moving towards the north, what we call the North Pole, the magnetic north during our summer months up here, and then as it moves toward the outer rim, the ice age, the ice wall in our winter, it's very close to the Antarctica. So, but Admiral Beard's comment about the Antarctica being much colder than the North Pole or the Arctic only makes sense on a flat Earth. See? You got to listen to that again, and you got to use your ears for, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, there's a lot of things you can observe. And it was Yogi Berra that said, and I'm going to have to look this up. I'm going to pause this and look this up. Just hold on a minute. Here it is. You can observe a lot by just watching. Yogi Berra was a pretty famous catcher of the New York Yankees. I got to see my favorite baseball player of all time, Mickey Mantle, play against the Detroit Tigers one year, back probably in 1960. And anyway, that's an aside, but I was a big baseball fan back when I was a young kid, and I got a baseball card collection that most guys would kill for, but I digress. So here's another photo, and we got number 22 here, and we might have one more here. That might be it. Nope, here's another one, the last one. Nope, I was wrong again. There's one more, number 25. So once again, I encourage you to watch this video, Flat Earth Antarctica. And once I confirm this other video I uploaded, I'll upload that. There's something going on here. There's a new channel out there, and I think it's put out by the government, but I want to check into that a little more before I reveal that. I don't want to jump the gun. And there's one more thing. I haven't gotten any Google alert updates on the flat Earth. Not on the 4th, and usually come in this morning, and they're not there. So the 4th and the 5th, I haven't gotten anything. And there's quite a few new videos out there that are very interesting, and it's going to be real revealing if they start putting good, revealing, exposing type videos on the YouTube alerts, on the Google alerts, as opposed to the junk mail and the spam we've been getting for the last few weeks. Thank you for watching. Embrace the love of the truth, and may the grace of the Yahweh Creator, our God, be with us all, for we certainly need it. See ya.